I'm curious, you had your first game action the other day ever. What was your takeaway and what did it feel like for you?
I mean, it was amazing. It was a blessing. I've worked so hard to get to this point, so the coaches having that trust and putting me out there, it meant a lot to me. And I want to give everything I have, every single play. I never want to take a play off. I don't want to take a single moment for granted. And I want to work. I came here to work and to do what is asked of me. No questions asked on my end. I just do what I'm told, and I do it to the best of my ability.
What lessons did you learn the other night? From what play stood out? And what lessons did you learn?
So much. I mean, that was my first game ever. So learning the flow of the game, substitutions, and how to get in and out. The transitions between special teams to the offense, and just gaining some confidence. I think I gained a lot of confidence knowing that I can be out there and I can hold my own and I can do some damage and put on for this team and for this city.
Hey, Sammis. I see you working on the jugs machine here. It was your first, your first catch, a little bit of a bobble there. What was it like actually catching a pass in your first actual preseason game? How's it a little bit different, and kind of working on it in the jugs machine after the fact?
Yeah, I mean, I know I gotta catch a ball clean. That the coaches came up to me. They told me I did a good job, but I just have to catch a ball clean, and I know I can do it. I've done it hundreds and thousands of times, and it's a process. Maybe I was a little nervous in that first catch. Wanted to get it out of the way, and but I feel good. I'm confident. I know I can do it, and I know I belong. So just got to keep on working.
One of the things that Ron Rivera raved about with you is your blocking. He said that you might be the most physical blocker that the team has, and I just want to know, for you, what is your mentality when you go into blocking in terms of technique, just how you attack it? What goes into that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say out loud what I say to myself when I'm lined up and ready to go, but I think that would be inappropriate, and maybe I'll get fined, so I don't want to do that. But I want to go as hard as I can and bring my entire power, my entire physicality, and my 265 pounds, and apply my technique. Coach Hayner, he's huge on technique, and he's on me every single day. He never takes a day off, and he doesn't take a single rep off with me. He gets after me, but I know it's because he cares about me and because he wants me to make it. And I just try to do what he tells me, use my footwork, use my technique, and bring that heat, bring that explosion.
All right, and then I would love to delve further into what exactly it is that you say to yourself, but we'll leave the kid-friendly version here.
Yep. But
what do you want to see from yourself in preseason game 2? You have your assessment from game 1. What are things that you want to work on heading into the game against the Bengals on Friday night?
I think that's the coaches will tell me what we need to do. They have a game plan. They know what they're doing. I follow instructions. I do what they tell me. I focus on my technique, on my energy, my ability to bring my strength, and I want to perform well. I want to make sure I get my assignments right, and I'm locked in mentally. I think for me, it's all mental. Everything that I've accomplished up to this point, it's been mental. It's been a mental race, a marathon, and I've been able to hold my mind together and keep on pushing. So I'm ready for game 2. I'm excited to be out there. I can't wait. After the first game, I couldn't sleep. I don't think I slept at all. I was just so excited to finally get my first game out of the way, and now I'm just ready. I want to keep on going, keep on building.
Thank you, Sammis. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Did that physicality, was that a natural transition from basketball? It seems like that would be one of the more difficult things maybe to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always been a physical athlete. I know I can jump. I know I'm strong. I know I'm explosive. And in practice sometimes you try and hold back a little bit, because these guys are our teammates, and we're a team and we're a family and we're trying to build something together. But when it comes to game time, it's us against them, and it has to be us. It has to be us. So I bring my power, I bring my strength, like I said, and I do the best I can every single play.
When you couldn't fall asleep after the game, what were you replaying? What were some of the specific plays or things you were thinking about?
I mean, I watched the tape when I got home, and I tried to recreate every single rep in a better way. Try to improve mentally first, because I think if you're able to visualize what you want to do, then you can come out here and actually do it. But if you can't see it up here, you will never do it out there. So I just tried to clean things up in my mind, and I think that was the biggest thing for me. Just replay that thing mentally.
Hi, Sammis. How much do you turn to the guys on the other side, the defensive guys, just to pick their brain, get their input, their advice on what they're seeing from you?
I mean, yeah, I think everyone's been amazing just trying to help me. I remember the first week of practice, I was out here, showing my chest to everybody, and they were putting their hands on me, and I wasn't sure how to, handle that. I was trying to be physical, but I just didn't have the right technique. Now that I'm putting the right technique next to my physicality, I think something beautiful is going to come out. And like I said, those guys have been great. My teammates, every single one of them, every chance they get, they help me out. Logan, Tamarick, our tight end room is tight, super tight, and we're building something together. I think, of course, it's a competition, and everyone wants to make the team, but the sense of family in this organization has been huge, and I think that comes from the top, from Coach Rivera. So we just try to do the best that we can, and fight every single day to make this team better.
I know the NFL this year is allowing international players to have their hometown flags on their helmets, and I think I saw you with the Chilean flag after the game. How much does that mean to you to kind of have that physical representation with you?
Yeah, I mean, I get emotional because there's never been a guy from Chile in the NFL. Where we come from, we don't get that many opportunities, and I know we have a lot of guys that look up to me, a lot of kids that look up to me, and they send me messages every single day. And being able to represent my country at this stage, it means the world to me. Yep.
Someone just throw the flag at you, or
Yeah, I mean, somebody threw that flag, and that was a moment that I'll never forget. He was yelling at me, in Spanish, and I knew he was Chilean because of the accent. So, he threw me the flag, I signed it, and it was a beautiful moment to have a Chilean on the stadium with me. Yep.
Hey, Sammis, obviously each day is about improving and learning, and I know that's the case for everybody, but for you, obviously, it's at a different level just coming into this. How much are you still focusing on just that daily incremental growth versus, hey, there is this roster situation, and at some point here, there'll be some decisions down the line?
I think for me, it's just staying in the present, being in the present moment. Coach always tells me to be where my feet are, so I try to stay locked in the moment and do the best that I can. The next rep, the next opportunity, the next meeting, the next ice bath, hot tub, whatever it is, recovery sessions. Like I'm giving everything I have into this. I'm putting it all out there. I'm not the type of guy that wants to have any regrets when I'm done. I want to be able to say I did everything I could, and if it didn't work out, it wasn't because of effort. It was because of something else. So I'm giving it all. I'm working, my tail off, and I'm gonna continue to do everything I can to make this team and to help this team win, which is what matters. We want to win. I'm not here to just play the game. I'm not happy with that. I want to help this team win because I can't stand losing. It bothers me. So we want to win.
And part of your progression is watching yourself on tape. I'm sure you get to do that somewhat in practice, but to do it the other day off actual game tape, what was that experience like to learn that step of the process?
It's huge. I think as you get more reps and as you start, being out there a little bit more, you get more and more tape. So you get to learn from the mistakes that you made. And for me, it's been huge seeing, Logan play. I go over his tape. I'm like, what is he doing right? He's doing something right? So I go through his tape, his tape, and see the little things that he does, and I try to take away from his game. And he's been awesome with me. He's been honestly like a mentor to me. He's helped me along the way every single play. Whenever I have questions, we get on the phone. He helps me. So it's been awesome to have a veteran, someone like Logan, helping me out.
two more.
Yep.
You mentioned the physicality and your basketball background. Just like, is being physical is that the easy part? I don't know if anything is easy about this, but is that the easier part to you than learning catching or anything?
Playing basketball, you have to learn how to control some of that aggression. I was the type of guy that used to foul out. I used to foul out a lot. I used to get 5 fouls in the second quarter. They'll have to sit me down because I was too aggressive, too physical. So for me, I had to learn how to control that for a long period of time. And now that I'm out on the football field, it's like the opposite. You got to bring it out every single play. And you're not going to win every time you bring that energy and the physicality, but you got to bring it every single play because the guy on the other team wants to crush you, right? So it's either you or him. And in my mind, it's got to be me every time.
Last one.
I am curious that we saw the one drive block where you kind of moved, it seemed like half the line in the one drive. And then one hiccup was on coming across formation. Is it harder to get used to being that physical when you have to do it on the move?
That's a great question. I think I know what play you're talking about, and it's about angles, right? It's more about the technique. Because I can be physical every play, but if I'm physical in the wrong angle, it's not going to go right. I have to make sure that I'm doing the right footwork and the right angles that Coach Hayner's been telling me about. And, he told me many times the right angle, and I curved that block a little bit, and I didn't get it. So that's the one that I missed, and I know why, and it's not going to happen again.